Hey everybody out here, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Feel free to check the link in the description to get involved with the fundraiser. You can also get my ebooks through Smashwords, Apple, Sony, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon. Check that out, do your thing. What's up everybody? Hoping everything's going well. Just like to throw out, if you want to keep in touch, feel free to, like videos, comment below, as well as check out my Twitter. So go there, do that, have some fun. Um, I'd like to, give a few shout outs to everybody that, comes out this way. Feel free to check out a lot of cool channels like MK, Leah SS Sniper Wolf, Charlotte Dobre, and a lot of other channels from around YouTube. Today I'd like to talk briefly about just some random stuff. Over the last 17, 18 years, I've probably made about 450 to 500 videos. Now in that time, YouTube's changed a lot from barely being able to publish 10, 15 minutes at a time to now having some videos be 3 or 4 hours, because now with, being a part of Google, they can actually have the, 10 times more storage space than they needed back in the early days, the first 3 or 4 years or so. Now, with that being said, and with everything being online in 2023, I would like to think that, most every normal person would not be scared of the internet. I've been using stuff online for 25 years, so in that time, sure, a lot's changed, a lot of upgrades have been made, a lot of things have kind of phased out due to lack of, activity, lack of interest. But I think, in the long run, people, it seems like got to know how to have a normal conversation. You got somebody that might watch 10 or 15 minutes of like a half-hour video, or they might watch 5 or 6 minutes of like a 15 to 20 minute video, and then go do something else because they're too, you know, you know, have too short of an attention span to stick with stuff. Probably about 80% of the time when I'm watching YouTube, I typically watch the entire video. I don't watch 30 seconds and leave. I don't spend, like a lot of people on TikTok or Facebook or any of those other platforms that do 30 seconds of standing around thinking that's going to make them famous. I think, a lot of that kind of thing has kind of downgraded the ability of people to even be able to have a normal conversation. I mean, if somebody's in their teens or 20s, you ask them their name and they get confused, or they think it's dating, or whatever the case might be, that shows they don't really have any social skills or social concepts of actually dealing with other people. Now, with the virus and with the people being online more, maybe that kind of attributes to that. But by the same token, people, need to get out, need to deal with other people, need to actually learn some skills, that kind of thing. I kind of think it's funny how some people that I've known for, many, many years before the internet was even a thing, that constantly criticize everything I'm involved with, whether it be ebooks, podcasts, websites, communities, anything like that, because they barely know how to turn on a computer. In fact, somebody that's known me since pretty much day one, made a comment over a meal the other day, acting like people shouldn't have email till they're 10 or 11 and then be supervised and, helicoptered over till they're like 17, 18 years old. This, in a way, kind of defeats the whole purpose. Most people are fairly intelligent. Now, sure, you got some people in the older generations, 80s, 90s, 100s, that don't have a desire to use a computer, or they don't know how to text, or they don't even have the time to create any skills or whatever. But then you got a lot of, young people, 20s and 30s that, actually have interests, have ideas, and, I think people need to more focus on that than try to second guess people or judge somebody based on an imaginary bunch of crap or nonsense, that's not even real. Now, I've covered this in like 4 or 5 of my videos, so feel free to check those out here on my channel. I think whether it's a website, an online community through PHPUV, a WordPress blog, a self-hosted podcast, whether sponsored or not, I think everybody, for the most part, needs to be active, needs to learn skills, needs to be able to cope in 2023 and not act like it's 1923. Just saying. Like I said, I try to post out here fairly frequently. In the last 18 years, I've probably done anywhere from 500 to 600 videos. So, like I said, over the next probably 4 or 5 years, I'll probably have another 1,000 videos or so out here on my channel. While this, is good for viewer retention, subscriber base, building up, a community and discussing various topics, I think sites like the community tab, Twitter, the new post.news that's been just recently out of beta test after 5 or 6 months of development and continued improvement over the next probably 2 or 3 years. I think, a lot of those things are, kind of evident. I was watching a video the other day where they've really done a heck of a lot of improvement on Windows Movie Maker, now rebranded as Video Editor, which has a little bit more stream-like effect in terms of timelines, storyboards, all that good stuff. The thing is, when it comes to a lot of companies like Microsoft or Google or even TV networks putting a lot of bullshit behind paywalls, making you subscribe to something to be able to use 3/4 of the effects and features and even be able to watch TV the next day, that's kind of ridiculous. I typically try and cover this a lot so people know firsthand. And if you're not checking me out on post.news, check out post.news/MD16185. I also link back to the channel, so it's kind of a two-way portal, if you will. I would like to give a shout out to everybody again. Feel free to like, leave comments, check out the community tab, follow me on Twitter. We'll see you next time.